I'm cold as a stranger from Pennsylvania, chilling in the W where they live famous. Throwing up them front, showing that I'm living. Already acting like I'm worth 20 million. Shaking out these haters like snow from my boots. It's champagne bottles and all white suits. I show up out of town in an all white deuce, feeling like the cause it's all right too. Government scandal put the state on trial. The DAs and judges are the criminals now. The whole judicial branch is a fucking cash cow, so they gonna have to take me out before I fall down. This is Mad City. This is our town. If we in it for a penny, then we in it for a pound. Trolling on like you a bunch of gangsters. Meet us at the Coliseum, we'll entertain you. It's like with my feet up. Fuck some new sneakers. I rule my own empire. Julie is something here with recent third dimension. That's the crew that I fuck with. Stop trying to hide, fool. Let's do this in public. Yeah. Oh yeah, you know what it is, man. Taibu Muad'Dib right back at you. Hope you had an awesome weekend. Let me bring this energy to you. Getting crunk, man, to the sounds of Third Dimension, Latif Slim Reeks Cameron production of this track. Do a song with your family, everybody. I mean, I'm talking about do a song. It's gonna last a whole lot longer than you are. So do a cut or sisters, ladies, with your girlfriends. Just do it. Get you a little beat off online or something. Have one of your little friends make it for you. Do a song, man. Enjoy it forever. It's Multiple Choice Monday coming right at you. What's the topic gonna be? We don't know. You gotta watch the show. Yes, sir. Got drink in my cup. Let's go. For the grown and sexy out there, if you're underage, you better not be sipping nothing. Nothing. All right. Lining it up. I got a lot going on, man. Over the weekend, shout out to all the Cowboys fans because I am in Cowboy land. The Cowboys are on a win streak, y'all. 4 in a row. How about that? If you want to weep and whine about your fantasy football team's weekend, check me out on Wild Out Wednesday and tell us the wild story of how you started out doing so well and then you got beat down. Happened to me a couple of times. I was riding high, y'all, 2-0. I was talking plenty cash trash. Next thing you know, my players was playing like trash. And I was a sad story. Taibu Muad'Dib right here coming straight at you. Multiple Choice Monday. The work I put into multiple choice questions is real. The work I put into getting my panel members together is real. The only thing that's not real is the shame bag. Now, let me explain the shame bag to you. The shame bag is a gimmick. It's for me to have fun and get you guys engaged and involved. It's not really to shame you. You shouldn't be ashamed of anything you do or say on the show because we don't have any cussing. We don't use names. It's your story. So if you mind talking about it, we want to hear it. All right. If I say you're ashamed and I put the shame back on you, it's all in. Don't take it personal. All right. Family member, friend, or foe, you're all welcome. Everybody's voice matters on You're a Mess. Because in some ways, we're all a mess, right? I want to be more clinical about this situation here. Last week, it went down. The week before that, it went down. We're talking about the acceptable number, right? The body count, how that plays into things. We talk about the eye load quality test and how that plays a factor in things. One of the biggest things that plays a factor in things is our ability or lack thereof to correctly, I say, our own issues. What are you talking about, type? I'm talking about pointing the thumb. Now, you've heard me say this before, But let me tell you how important it really is. Okay? Pointing the thumb is important. A lot of guests on my show got shamed because in refusing to point the thumb, you kind of end up sounding, what's the word I'm looking for? You kind of end up sounding contradictory, like a hypocrite, right? And when I bag you into this corner, instead of being like, yeah, well, yeah, I could have made a better decision, you just forge right ahead. I want you to point the thumb. You don't know it, so you just forge right ahead and you make yourself sound silly. And then I pull the shame back out. People, this is Point the Thumb Week. We're going to get deep on how important it is to point the thumb at yourself. We're going to get deep. I'm deep. I have to start being more like clinical, more educating about the show. I want to have fun with you guys too. I do. I want to clown you when you say crazy stuff, but I want to give you something to think about. All right. Pointing the thumb is very, very important. How will you ever really know if you're the reason for all your failed relationships if you don't even consider it? If you're a finger pointer and you don't never point the thumb, isn't it kind of to think that your relationship, life, and situations will ever change? I'll wait. Get off in the comments. It's multiple choice Monday. Before we get into the multiple choice, I'm telling you, I want y'all to think about some things. All right? Think with me. If you're single out there and you think you're single by choice, I don't agree. Come on my show because you're a mess and I want to argue you down about it. I believe you're single because you can't stand yourself. Oh, yeah. See, when you're in a relationship, the person that you're with is going to tell you all about yourself. And if you don't want to hear about yourself, you stand yourself, you're not going to stay in a relationship. Now, I can mic drop that. You can fact check that. But the bottom line is, if you're single, it's not that you enjoy your freedom. It's that you can't stand yourself. You don't want nobody telling you about yourself. This is real. I'm going to see who's going to tap in tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to join the discussion? When you get a join the discussion inbox from me, join it. Click the link. Let's go. All right. Multiple choice Monday. What are we talking about here? We're talking about pointing the thumb. Who needs to point the thumb? You. Why? If you don't point the thumb, you will never, ever, never, never know the part that you really play in your own demise. You won't know the part that you're playing in why relationships go bad. Now, true, you don't have to do anything wrong for a person to cheat on you. But what if they did cheat because of you? What if they did cheat because you were always accusing them of being a suspect and a cheater? Right? I mean, let me put it this way. So you think the person you're with is cheating, and you can't help but say something, right? But what if you're wrong? What if you're all the way off? What if that just comes from you being insecure? The person that you're with, let's just say they're all the way loyal. They have the right to be all the way PO'd at you and therefore start to drift away. I mean, what's the sense in them telling all those guys or gals no for you? And you wasn't even there, shutting them down, not accepting phone numbers, not flirting for a couple of seconds even because they're flirting. I'm talking about what if they've done all of this and then you accuse them of cheating? Stop down. I know you was doing it. There was no, you didn't answer the phone when I called. There was no reason. You should have been doing nothing, but you should have seen it. Accuse you of cheating. And you push that person away enough to where they cheat. And I had a show about this, my first 100 episodes. So y'all go back and check that out on Instagram and on Facebook, my first 100. So they cheat.
And they in full confidence because they don't care about getting caught, because when they wasn't cheating, you caught them anyway. If you're gonna believe that the person you're in a relationship with is cheating anyway, they're gonna cheat. They're gonna cheat because you aren't gonna believe they're not cheating. That's what I'm talking about. Multiple choice Monday. Why aren't people pointing the thumb out there? Why not? Why aren't we pointing the thumb? Somebody get in the chat here. Okay. Y'all funny over there. That's why I've been ignoring Instagram. My Instagram follow, they just funny. So why over here on Facebook and YouTube, why don't people point the thumb? Let's get some clarity about this. That's what I want to do. One guess. Let's go inbox one guess and we'll get to it. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all why they don't point the thumb. They don't point the thumb for the same reason they point the finger. It's only fun laying blame on something. It's never being blamed, right? That's why it's so tough. Think about that when you're a kid. How many? Raise your hand if you have siblings. Right? You hate being blamed from the youngest ages. If you didn't have any siblings, as soon as you got to school, somebody told on you. Somebody told on you. Don't act like they didn't. Somebody told on you. All right. And it didn't feel good. So we have a culture in America where people really grow up with an aversion to being what do you call to being blamed for things. Y'all didn't know that, did y'all? Y'all like, man, maybe he is a genius. We grow up with an aversion to being blamed, so we're not less likely. So we don't blame ourselves, not because we don't consider this little, you know, on one shoulder on the. So we hear it makes you, but we don't want to blame ourselves because we have developed an aversion to that by the time we reach young adulthood. I don't care if you went to a private school or a public school, we have an aversion to being blamed for anything. It just doesn't feel right. It's harsh, isn't it? Think about how harsh it is to be blamed for something in our society at any age. Leave the legal system out of it, right? Just to be blamed at work for something, be blamed in school for something, be blamed at home for. I'm talking about nobody. So we grow up with an aversion to blame. So that's why we don't blame ourselves. It's just too much, right? It's overload. It's blame overload. It's tough for us to do it, but you got to. You got to. If you don't blame yourself, man, I'm talking about y'all just don't understand. If you don't blame yourself, you're missing out on a key factor of growth with relationships. My father, he gave me a card one time, and I'll never forget. He gave me a birthday card one time. And if y'all know anything about my dad, man, like my dad, like he writes, he's all over the place when he writes. If you take the time to read it, you can see he's coming from a real deep place. I'm a linear thinker. My dad's like a creative thinker. You know what I'm saying? So when you're a creative thinker, you don't really have that structure of how to lay things out to people. As a linear thinker, it has to be this happened, then this happened, then that happened. You know what I'm saying? And you have the abstract, three types of thinkers. So my dad's a creative thinker. So when he writes, but he gave me a card one time, and all I remember about the card was how it ended. It just said some. As long as you're older and wiser than you were before. I've always thought about that. It's been very important for me to remember that. My dad didn't really give me much nuggets. He didn't really give me much. So I had to make the most of of the little bit that my dad did offer me, try to make the most of it if it was golden. And that's golden, y'all. How do you make sure that you're older and wiser than you were before? How do you make sure that you're older and wiser than you were before you made that choice in that last relationship? How do you make sure of that? You point the thumb. That's the only way to really be sure. When you lost control of that relationship, and look, I'm not talking about the garbage relationships. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You just kind of rush in and you mess around. It's nothing. I'm talking about when you got with somebody and you really couldn't see them with anybody else. You didn't want y'all know what I'm talking about. You get with somebody and you might be leaving them or moving around on them or cheating on them, whatever, but you can't, in your mind, you can't imagine just walking off and just knowing that they're gonna be with somebody else. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them relationships. When you lost control of that relationship, you have to go all the way back to when you did have control of it. And y'all know what that was. Y'all know when that was. Go back to when you had control of that relationship. I'm going somewhere. Okay. Taibu, be personal. Let's Taibu be more personal with. What are you talking about? All right. So I was engaged to be married, right? I have a child to this day by the woman. Okay. And I was in control of the relationship as long as I was playing the role that she wanted me to play. I didn't know I was playing a certain role. I thought I was being myself. But as long as I was behaving, responding to what she needed and wanted in line with what she felt a man should be, a man should do, I was in control of that relationship, y'all. I was. As soon as I stopped responding and acting and giving her the kind of energy that she believed the man should give her, that's when I lost control of the relationship. And she said that, y'all. She said that to me too. Oh, I was tired of listening to you talk about your feelings. We're engaged to be married. Who should I discuss my feelings with? But she didn't believe that a man should clearly she didn't believe that a man should discuss his feelings with his woman. I guess that's what she didn't think that was manly. I guess whatever the case may be. This relationship ended up terrible. I'm talking about ended up horribly. Crash and burn. It was terrible. But when I go back to when I really had control of the relationship and thought of that, I responded to some of the things that she did. My responses, not what she was bringing in here, just my responses to some of the stuff that was happening around me. I could have made better choices. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could have made much better choices. At the end of the day, I could have made better choices, and I could have brought a whole lot of different energy in the relationship. When you with somebody that you don't want to see with somebody else, and you don't want to lose, you don't want to let go of, like, yeah, you have to go back at the part you played in it, right? It's important. It's important to go back and look at the parts you played in it. It's real. Ask yourself. That last relationship. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself. If you're in a relationship right now and the energy that your partner was giving you, you're not getting anymore. Oh, it's somewhere else. Energy is what they say, neither created nor destroyed. It just transfers from one form to the next. So if that person was giggling with you, snuggling up underneath you and stuff like that, kind of always wanted you around, Like, don't get me wrong, there's natural distancing, apps make the heart grow fonder. You still need to have some personal time for yourself. Don't get me. I'm talking about that energy. I got laughed at and clowned for saying, do you get butterflies? Cause when you walk in the room and you see your girl, like they wanted me to have a more manly word for butterflies. I don't know. I thought butterflies were that fluttering in your stomach. I thought that's what it meant. You get that fluttering in your. We all know what I'm talking about. You get that fluttering in your stomach. That's what I thought butterflies was. Like, not to be like, in any kind of way say they're for girls or they're for me. Butterflies are beautiful, man. Who you looking at? Who's looking at them? But I'm just saying that fluttering in your stomach, that makes you. And stuff happens physically to us because when you walk in the house and you hear the person you're with cheating on you, you know what I'm saying? You get that other reverse butterfly feeling, which is that stomach flip that makes you nauseous, that throws you back. That makes your hands all clammy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That real hurts when that in your stomach, and you just like, bam, it knocks you down. I'm telling you. So y'all know what I'm talking about. My point is, when you have control of the relationship and you made decisions that cause the demise, what's the next thing that you should do? How do you go to the next step, the next level in that situation? That's what we're kind of talking about now. That's where it's at right now. How do you go to that next situation? What do you change? What do you change about yourself? I mean, not your approach to the person. Don't make it person focused and oriented. What did you change? What did you change about yourself? What are you going to change about yourself before you go into the next situation? Now, if you're thinking, nothing, I'm cool. Nah, you're not pointing the thumb, and that's not cool, because now what you're going to do is you're going to get with the next person and you're going to drag them down into the miry muck of your emotional, black hole, because that's where you're at still. Raise your hand if you understand that you can't get over somebody by getting with somebody else. Y'all out there, they're doing it. I'm gonna catch a couple of y'all on my show. Y'all out there doing it. Y'all, if you're out there trying to get over somebody by getting with somebody else, you're a mess. I don't care, lady or fella, you're a mess. I want you on my show. If you're out there trying to get over somebody by being with somebody else, I'm on you. I'm on your inbox. I want to hear that story. I want to hear how it worked out, because it never does. Never. I was discussing something today with somebody, y'all. I'm going to be honest. Talking about the test. If y'all missed that episode went hard. Did it a couple weeks ago, or the last 2 weeks. Check them out. Lie detector test, right? Pointing the thumb. Raise your hand if you would submit to a lie detector test if the person that you marry, the next person you want to marry, the person you want to marry, if they required that. Well, okay, how many of you, by a show of hands, how many of you would just, if they brought that out, like, I'm not marrying you until I get a lie detector test from you. I got a couple questions I want you to want to know you're going to tell the truth about. How many of you would be like, you don't need that, and just spill your guts? How many of you would do it? That's a tough one. And what that means from a point the thumb aspect, people, is get yourself ready. Get yourself ready for marriage. If you want to be married, clean out your phones. Oh, Lord. Clean out your phone. Clean up your social media page. Look, ladies, fellas, especially you fellas, you think these ladies ain't going and checking your social media page to see who you really are? You tripping, bro. You tripping. Clean it up. But if you want to, now look, for you young girls trying to get an older guy that's going to take care of you, fine. I would say 1 out of 3,000 of them men is going to keep it real with you and not cheat on you and not beat on you, whatever, whatnot. Y'all going to have to have happily ever after. The other 2,999 do that and some. So if you can stand with that just to be taken care of, by all means, if you get the kind of personality, by all means. do the thing. But if you want a committed relationship that's mutually respected and appreciated, you're gonna have to clean yourself up for that person, right? Point the thumb. Now, we be in barbershops, we be at bars. You hear the story. Wow, what happened to so and so? Y'all was going good. Man, I found out he was who out the band. What happened to you and Shorty, fam? Y'all was going hard, man. Shoot, she had a pass, bro. What you talking about? Man, he rolled up on us. You know, I'm not blaming y'all. Like, sometimes you can't see every red flag. Sometimes you can't see all the signs, but you can vet for that. You can vet for that. I've been posting old shows from my first 100. I posted one of them. You can vet for that. You can vet to see if someone can't control their anger. You can vet to see if someone was smutting around before y'all get. I'm talking about you can vet for these things. And at the end of the day, if you really have to know, in the state of Texas, it only costs $200 to get a lie detector test. Before you take off the condom, move in with that person, and definitely before you propose, get that lie detector test. They say, Taibu, what question should I ask? The very first question, first and foremost, is how many people that have you been with? And have the lie detector person go like 10, 20, 10 or less, 20 or less, 30 or less. You know what I'm saying? Because most women, the average woman out there got 100 bodies on her before she starts trying to settle down. Fellas, you better know it, 100. Ladies, for the guys, what you want to ask them is, have you ever been in a committed relationship and you cheated? Now you can ask, you can have the person ask a whole myriad of questions after that. Would you still be in the room to hear the answers? Because there ain't no marrying somebody that's already been. I mean, if you marry somebody that you know was unfaithful in a committed relationship before, I don't know. That's like giving somebody an apartment that's apartment they got an eviction. Like, no rental history in between that eviction and now. Like, the last apartment they got an eviction. Come on, you can come over and stay in my apartment complex. Come on. You're not gonna do it. Taibu Muad'Dib right here talking multiple choice Monday talk. We're going to get to the top. We're going to get to the right or wrong segment. We're going to get to the ass shape portion. We're going to get down. Let me get some folks off in the house, the place to be. Appreciate y'all, man, for jumping in here and joining us. Got nothing but love for you. Want to see you guys happy. Hope you had a great weekend. It is what it is. When I came on air and started doing You're a Mess, I didn't know I would like it this much, that I would like impacting people's lives this much. I didn't know that there was such a gap in real relationship content. So now that I'm on here and I'm giving you real relationship content, I want you to think and consider that I'm dressing up more better equipment so you can hear me better. And I can say, look, we did the acceptable number. We did vetting. You know, recently, I low quality test and how important that is, right? We did the lie detector test and how important it is to just know the truth about who you're with. Now we're talking about you individually. Point the thumb. I know I'm getting clinical. Y'all might not want to hear it. Y'all want to see the screen shares and have all the fun. But I'm saying to you now, pointing the thumb is the best way to hello, young lady. My lovely girlfriend, Shay, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Okay. So I'm talking about pointing the thumb for this multiple choice Monday. What are your thoughts on that? As far as like people pointing the thumb and that gets them some clarity about the part they played in the demise of their relationship.
It's hard, especially if you're a prideful person, to say that you in the wrong for something. So
you think it has to do with pride? And this is why I have her on the show. She just has her own way of thinking about things. I didn't consider that. I don't know if you heard the show earlier. Show, I know you're getting prepared for your segment, but I was telling folks that to be honest with you, I feel like we're blamed so much growing up that's what it comes down to, that we're just blamed so much growing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's different.
I'm saying, but so people, I'm just saying, like, you were blamed a lot when you were younger. That could be a reason why, you know, you don't want to place blame on yourself. It's just when it happened, it was so harsh. It scars you so much. We all people have blame PTSD. Let's just admit that. Would you agree with say we all kind of have blame PTSD? No one wants to be blamed for anything.
Yeah.
So it's just that much harder to blame ourselves. I mean, that's just how I feel. What you said about people having pride. Look, if you got too much pride to blame yourself, that's a toughie. I don't know what to do or say about that. You know, the good book has plenty to say about the fall of the proud. But I think what you said was valid. I appreciate you bring that perspective in, because I know for a fact.
I mean, we as African Americans, we do have a lot of stuff that we feel that, you know, pride kind of just. I mean, half the time I don't even think we
get in the comment section. Get in the comment section if you think African people have.
I don't even think we realize, because it's been there so long, you know, from generation to generation to generation, that we even do it half the time. It's just something that kind of happens. But yeah, that's what I think.
So let us know what y'all think. She thinks that it's a cultural thing, that we just too proud of a people to admit when we're wrong. That's deep. I respect that. Right or wrong segment coming up. Then we'll get into our topic. You're gonna have 4 multiple choice answers to go to multiple choice question. I want to know in the comment section if you want to jump on here live, tap in. I'll send you a link. Let me know. Pick your letter and we'll discuss it. We'll get it cracking. Okay. So let me go over here and let's see what we got over here. Yeah, no problem. Let's see what we got over here. Let's go with it. Taibu Muad'Dib right here. So, yeah, I mean, I think that people will get a better feel for the show if they communicate with us. You guys get in the comment section. Let us know how we're doing and let us know what it is. I really want to hear if we want this to be a special show, a special platform for it. What's going on, family? What's going on over here? Multiple choice Monday, man. We're going to get the multiple choice question out there to you guys. You know what it is. Let's go. I got folks booking me up. Women don't appreciate men. The right or wrong segment is coming up. For your best viewing experience, go over to YouTube and check us out at Taibu Muad'Dib. Just log right in. And it's going to make it happen. Sorry about that. Get it going. I'm going to go ahead and finish that. I'm going to give you guys over here on Instagram the way in. Let's get this Bluetooth on. All right. I'm going to give y'all on Instagram the way in so y'all can check me out on YouTube. Let's go. So go to Taibu Muad'Dib to watch the screen share. We're going to get it right for you. Shay does the best right or wrong segments that there is. She's always coming for real. Let's go. What's going on, Clay? What's going on, baby? Over on Instagram. Yeah. Right or wrong segment coming up. Taibu Muad'Dib on YouTube. You know what it is. Let's get it going. I want to see you guys over on YouTube. Subscribe. Check it out. We're going to get off into this screen share real quick. Appreciate you. The topic tonight is pointing the thumb, the multiple choice question. We're going to knock that out in a minute. We got the beautiful Shay here, right or wrong segment. Break it down for us.
Okay, so they on a podcast and they talking about how women are. I'm trying to see how to word it.
Say something.
I'm saying how women are not much of a help me, but they make a man be more successful. So,
do women help men be more successful? We're gonna check this out real quick.
Two different perspectives. There's 2 women, and they basically going back and forth, giving their. We're gonna see who y'all feel is right and wrong.
All right, the screen share going. Men and women, right and wrong. We're gonna check this out. See what's good with it. Let's go.
You want to do better, be better, create a family, create a legacy, build, create together.
I
Do
think
you want to? That's what I think.
I think that's a narrative that we've sold women to make us feel like we're more
Well-
valuable than we are. Like, for example, I think most billionaires that even if they've been married with their wife for 20, 30 years, they seem like good women and they get a divorce, like they're usually fine after. They're still doing great things. Jeff Bezos, same with Microsoft guy. Like I think men are great, and if like a great man is going to be a great man regardless if he has a woman or not.
It depends on what is.
Genghis Khan, I think, would still conquer the world even if he didn't have a main. I don't know what his
Einstein would have still done what he was doing.
I didn't say that they wouldn't. I just said if you have the right woman beside you, you're even better. That's what I think.
Well, I think sure. Like I think it's better to have the right woman, but I don't think they really play a part in man's success. Not really.
I do.
Like I think that like
Wow.
like my dad,
even though my mom like helped him build his business and she did help.
So that's where it's at. So we're hearing two totally different perspectives. That sounds pretty deep. You know what I'm saying?
So, who do you feel is right? The one that's saying, "Oh yeah, a woman basically helps," with you being successful, or the one that's on the other end saying that there's something that has been put for women to think that, a man needs a woman to be successful. It's a lot of men that's been successful and they not even married. You know what I'm saying? So who do you feel is right or wrong?
That's a toughie. Shay, because the Bible itself says, rather than burn with lust or your lustful passions, marry. So if you are the kind of guy, or the kind of lady that really has to get it on, then, you should marry. If that's your faith. And hopefully you vet and you marry. My point is this: the reason it's a toughie for me to say who's right and who's wrong in that situation is because I just feel like missing the point. I don't feel like it should be easy to say a man should have the right woman, he'll go further, or it doesn't matter, he'll be a great man anyway. Because men aren't born with value. Even if you come from a great family, you still have to make a name for yourself as a man. Women, y'all don't have that pressure. You can put it on yourselves if you want to. My mom had her own hair shop. I want to own a mall someday. You know what I'm saying? You can put that on yourself if you want to. But society it sucks. It sucks though. Don't get me wrong, because women have a lot to offer. But this American society is not. When you're born and you're growing up, they're looking more at your superficial attributes than whether you're going to become the next, you know what I'm saying, Madam C.J. Walker, or, you know what I'm saying? So, but men, we all have to look at establishing some kind of kingdom. That being said, I don't think the conversation should be, will a man be a great man with or without a woman? That's because that doesn't even come into the play of what a man's thinking. A man really is thinking, I need to, boss up and become, and ball hard to attract a woman that I feel is right for me. Being a man, that's just my perspective on it. Like they're missing the point. Like that's not the debate. The debate could be, what's the propensity for a woman to break a good man? You know what I'm saying? Be his downfall. Cautionary tale. But as far as making him who he is, like, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of guys out there checking for females and being like, I can come up off of her. You're wrong. That's a very slippery slope. And he's not a real man. So, because men kind of understand at some point in time, if I'm gonna have something, it's gonna come from in here, and then I'll offer it to a woman. Having the right woman with you can dictate whether you continue to rise or you fall off. And talking about marriage, like prenuptials have obviously come about. Not rich women didn't want to get taken by men who were on the take. It was wealthy men deciding they want to be married, probably because married, you do better as a businessman than a single person. That's just facts. That's just a statistics. So having that family appearance, that family situation going is better business. But men were getting taken by cute young hotties or whatever the case may be. Like the laws in these states, for real, these laws in these states is bored and tired with you. You're 67 and she's 28. You know what I'm saying? And then she with you for a year or two, long enough for it to be official, like common law, whatever the case. Then she wants to divorce you. Doesn't need a reason. I want half. So now the prenuptial is like, okay, whatever you bring in, you leave with. So under the prenuptial situation, if they were debating, I'd be able to give a definitive answer. If they were debating if a woman is really a man's downfall or whatever the case may be, or what's the percentage that a woman can be a man's downfall, I would debate that. Debating a man needing a woman, or if he can he go farther with a woman, I just don't think that any man's really thinking like that. I'm only going to be able to go so far if I get with this chick or without a chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of where I'm at with everybody. So they're neither right nor wrong. They're having the wrong debate. They're on the wrong conversation, in my opinion. But go ahead. Who do you think is right or wrong?
I say the second lady is right, that it's kind of been put in, society that's the, when you get married, that woman's going to make you, that successful man, and you're going to have that title or whatever. But I feel the second lady is right. But not saying that the other lady was wrong. It's just that's not the reason for a man's success, because he got a woman. So.
Shay Houston, everybody, with the right or wrong segment of the day. Chime in. Put your comment on there if you want to. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Do you think that she's right or wrong with her assessment? Do you think I'm right or wrong? Who would you choose, Lady A or Lady B? We're going to go back and play that again real quick. I can get a good beat on it because it did kind of go by fast. Huh? All right, we're going to go back real quick. Ew. I tried my best. There we go.
His characteristics, the way he is, certain things that make him a great man. Money isn't the only thing that makes him a great man. The right woman makes.
You can just do it. You don't have to sing.
Nah, I didn't even think about the screenshot. I just did that thing. Screen share. Let's go. All right. Sharing it.
Certain things that make him a great man. Money isn't the only thing that makes him a great man. The right woman makes you want to do better,
be better, create a family, create a legacy, build and create together.
I think it's a narrative that we sold women to make us feel like we're more valuable than we are. Like, for example, I think most billionaires, that even if they've been married with their wife for 20, 30 years, they seem like good women, and they get a divorce, like they're usually fine after. They're still doing great things. Jeff Bezos, same with Microsoft guy. Like, I think men are great, and if like a great man's gonna be a great man regardless of woman or not.
It depends on what
Genghis Khan could still conquer the world even if he didn't have a main. I don't know what his
Einstein would have still done what he was doing.
I didn't say that they wouldn't. I just said if you have the right woman beside you, you're even better. That's what I think.
Well, I think I think it's better to have the right woman, but I don't think they really play a part in man's success. Not really. Like I think that like hard work. My dad, even though my mom like helped him build his business, and she did help a lot. I would still say he would have done the same thing, even without her.
Okay.
Like
because
helped
navigate a man's thought process and
I couldn't find to stop it. I was like, what's going on here? All right. We're going to get to the multiple choice, man, question of the day, man. The multiple choice question of the day is, why is pointing the thumb a surefire way to handle all subsequent relationships? All right. All right. 4 choices. You want to type them in here for me? Give you something to do. Come on, type them in there. Let's go. A. Why is pointing the thumb a surefire way to handle all subsequent relationships? Just move closer. Let's go. You got the swivel chair. And look, Shay's hair was all the rage my first 100 episodes. So let's
audacity.
We gonna find
What's wrong with my hair?
I'm saying it was women. So she heard something was wrong with it. I didn't even get the whole sentence out. So you know that's what happens when you kibitz. You know, you only get a small portion of it. Her hair is all the rage last year. It caused a lot of big buzz. So you know, for all you hairdressers out there, if you want,
I need it in my life.
I'll let her bring this out. Okay. So the first letter answer. Why is pointing the thumb a surefire way to handle all the subsequent relationships better? A, truth. Right?
Oh, that's the
truth. Right? Because it's the truth. Right? You're dealing with the truth. B, honesty. Right? Honest, you know, there was something at some point you could have made a better decision going in or during. C, knowledge. You will learn more about yourself doing it. You will learn more about yourself doing it, right? Knowledge. It's very important to know more. If you want to do better in any industry, if you want to build your business, learn more about the world, right? Even if you learn a new language, so you can do better business with more people, more different kinds of people. That's how it is. All right. Sign language, even. You just, whatever you do, gain knowledge. D, there's no surefire way.
Short answers.
Just push the
do you want to do it?
Use them.
Use the mouse.
She just doesn't want to use the mouse. It's ridiculous. All right, there's no surefire way. That's D.
Oh my God.
Just want to get along on the show. D, there's no surefire way. Why is pointing the thumb a surefire way to handle all subsequent relationships better? A, because you're going to start relating to people from a more truthful space. Therefore, you'll be able to detect a more truthful and attract a more truthful person.
That's like a run-on. That's why it's okay.
B, honesty. You're done.
All right.
Relax. Sit back. Relax. I'm just going back through them again. B, honesty. If you're honest with yourself, right, that's a good practice. You want to attract honest people. Start being honest with yourself. Also, like we're talking about the eye low quality. If you were honest with yourself, I cut a couple people up last week with that, right? If you're honest with yourself, you got with somebody that was below your eye low quality, and both on there, that person cheated on them anyway. They got with somebody who wasn't even really their type and got cheated on with this person anyway. So they got with people who were below their eye low quality because other things about them, whatever, and still got cheated on, and the relationship still wasn't successful. So I mean, if you're gonna, if that's gonna be the ending, if I'm gonna spend 10 years like one person, they've been both in it for a decade. If I'm gonna spend a decade with somebody, if I'm gonna spend a decade with somebody, it'll be somebody that fits my eye low quality. Would y'all agree? Thank you very much. If you can't control the other person, if they're gonna cheat, move around, be filled with drama and all that stuff anyway, they might as well fit your eye low quality. You might as well not have no problems with how they look when they come in the door, when they wake up in the morning, right? Just being real. We got a comment over here. Let's check it out. I usually only do A through D, but my man Digital B, shout out to the 412, my cousin. He says self-awareness. All right, cuz, are you going to finally show your face and break that down for us? Because I don't know what you're talking about. But he's the admin, so he can jump on whenever he wants to, y'all. So shall we go through them?
Yeah.
We're gonna go through them to find the one. You can pick the one you pick. I'm gonna go through them and then I'll talk about them. I'm gonna let her do her thing. So, truth. Why is pointing the thumb a surefire way to handle all relationships better? To be truthful, that you're gonna have truth. All right. I don't think it's A, because it's really a lie detector test to tell somebody's being truthful. People who have been lying all their lives just get better at it.
So you're a habitual liar.
What's that even? The statement was people who lie all the time just get better at it. Yes or no?
I guess.
What do you do?
You could be an awful liar.
What do you do all the time? You can't stay an awful liar. Now, if you want to lie and not get caught, better at it.
Not necessarily.
Okay, what do you do all the time that you haven't gotten better at?
That I haven't got better.
Right. You see what I'm saying, y'all? When you do something all the time, get better at it. And you do it all the time.
No, I don't.
That's what I'm on, man. All right.
I keep starting over.
So that's why I say truth answer for me. It might be the answer for you guys, but the truth of the matter is, yes, you had a part to play in it, but even though that brings deeper consciousness about your true self and who they truly were, I don't think that's the surefire way it's going to make you better. B, honesty. This is a biggie. I think honesty is the safest answer. I always give you guys a safe answer. Not my answer I would choose, but I think honesty is the safest answer. Shay, energy, you over there.
I'm listening to
I'm saying we talked about this, you guys, like, you know what I'm saying, you know.
I'm listening to the what you want me to be doing this while you talking, like.
Wow. Honesty. All right. So honesty, the reason that honesty is the safest choice is because a lot of us aren't attracting honest people to us because we're not honest. You attract who you are, people. So honesty is the safest one.
Who came up with that rule?
I'm telling you, this is what it is.
But I'm saying, how can you say you attract what you are, but if you're not a cheater, but you keep getting with people that cheat on you, how does that make sense? Make it make sense.
We're gonna compartmentalize that. You guys will get that banter after the show. We're all different kind of worms. All I'm saying is, whether you believe it or not, you attract what you are. You are what you think. You are what you eat. The person that you bring into your life is as you are. All right.
Is as you are.
That's true. It's true. It's real. It's real. Okay. Y'all be like, I got a connection with this person. It's special. We connecting, we vibing. Because they're connecting to the cheater in you. There's a little bit of cheater in there. Whether you actually gone through it or not, you in certain way. And y'all know, because the Bible say, if you lusted in your heart, you already committed adultery. We already know this. So if you lusted in your heart for people that you're not in a relationship with, they're picking up on that. When you start dating someone that you lusted for while you were with somebody else, you think they don't remember that? They don't remember you was with somebody, so now y'all get together. How is that supposed to work? In the back of their mind, now you're lusting for somebody else, not them. Just like you did with the person that you were with when you was lusting for them. So yes, you cannot be, whether you actually had sex with that person or not, Shay, you were lusting for them. They know it and you know it. So, you cheating in your heart. So if you attract the cheater, ladies, fellas, it's because they're connected with the cheater in you. All right. But honesty is the safe bet, you guys. Learn to be honest with yourself about the decisions that you're making. Shay, honest with yourselves, ladies, about if that guy looks good enough. He got a dad bod, but I'm okay with that. No, you're not. You're okay with man boobs, but then you date the guy for whatever reason you choose. Then when problems start happening, now you got to look. You have problems, and you got to look at man boobs. I'm just saying. I mean, if that's your thing, whatever. But don't make it seem later like, oh, I could have did better. Then that's honest, but just after the fact, so it's not really honest. And then when you're being honest with yourself, you're going to attract honest people. Trust me. Right? It's going to be easier to detect the fools and the players and all other stuff when you're being honest with yourself about what you're looking for. When you're honest with yourself about what you're looking for and what you desire, people have to come honest with you. They have to. There's no way around it. So honesty is not my choice, Shay. A safe choice. Knowledge. Knowledge is power, y'all. Knowledge is power. When you start pointing the thumb at yourself, you're going to start to dissect all the different ways, angles you could approach the relationship that you lost, that you failed at, that you were in. True or false? I told y'all about a story earlier. I got personal with it. Somebody I was engaged to a long time ago, right? 2008, 2009, whatever. And in 2010, it was terrible. It was crazy. But at the time, it wasn't somebody I could see being with somebody else, with somebody I wanted to be with. I really, really did. So when I look back at what I could have done differently, it was a lot. I wasn't listening to her. I wasn't, I wasn't maintaining her. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing, I had my own business. I was like, I'll do me, you do you. We live in the same house. You do you, I'll do me. Like, I was comfortable, like, really just ostracizing her as soon as she started acting funny. I've learned since then. Keyword being learned, y'all. I've learned since then that our sisters, y'all don't want to believe it? It's true. Our sisters go through more trauma than we do on a daily basis. And in relationships, they have a lot more to lose because what they give up to be in a committed relationship. So if you meet somebody that's beautiful but broken and they admit it to you, and she did, either run away or be in it for the long haul. And so that was my responsibility. I knew that she was broken. I did no reading or knowledge on somebody that had been sexually assaulted, multiple times. I did no reading on somebody that, was single their whole life and never really had lived with, cohabitated before. All this, everything was new for her. I didn't gain any knowledge. I was coming out of a failed marriage. I didn't gain any knowledge. No self-engagement. So without any new skills, how could I have expected to be successful in that relationship? So the answer for me is C. Of course, there's a surefire way. It's C.
C or D?
It's C. D. Since I choose C, I'm saying, of course, there's a surefire way. So I'm not choosing D. But D is for people that they're just non-believers. Just like, there's no surefire way. It won't happen. And they're going to keep pointing their finger and they're going to keep having failed relationships. So, by all means, are you a truth person, honesty person, knowledge person, or there's no surefire way?
Truth person.
Speak up, please. Energy.
A truth person.
Okay, break that down. Why not B? Why not C? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Well, you can say A. That's cool.
A is my answer.
We have inquiring minds to talk shows, so talk about it.
You talked enough for everybody.
That's what I do. That's what they watch for. So
Well, I know you gave, so then okay. That's
I mean, I want to know why. I want to know why. That's the whole point of the multiple choice Monday. Is us discussing having. So why is truth your answer? You know, qualify that.
because
There you have it. No comment. All right. So, or are we going to ask Shay tonight, or
yeah,
okay?
it's very spicy. Spice flat out.
Okay. So the come in on the Ask Shay portion. At some point, she's going to get askshay@gmail.com set up or Yahoo set up for you guys. You guys can email her your questions.
Continue to DM me on Instagram.
Okay. Getting her direct message box on Instagram at what?
Shay Houston _.
Are you going to put that in the comment section so folks that watch the show can see it, copy it? We'll put it in the description. All right. Ask Shay. Her phone goes off pretty quick. I bet y'all want to know why.
No, it don't. It's been on this whole time.
Hey Shay, I just had a question. I was wondering, is porn considered cheating? There's no sense in you being on the show if you're not going to have some kind of conversation,
Can I
Shay.
get my
You've been had the question, so I know you had.
I know, but I'm like, I mean, I've been thinking about it, but I didn't like it wasn't like, you know,
Okay.
boom in my mouth. But what I would say is that's something that you would have to take up with your significant other. And if you feel that he's doing it and you're not doing it, and you know, y'all talk about it and say, you know, what do you need this for? Because you got me, blah, blah, blah. Then y'all need to, you know, come up with a compromise. You know, is he doing it, you know, all day? Do he do it at work? You know what I'm saying? Is it something that you don't want him to do in front of you?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all can discuss that. Or if that's a deal breaker, I mean, you need to let him know up front that that's something that you don't want to put up with. But I would say just talk about it.
When in dating, ladies, would you tell a man that you won't date a man seriously who watches porn? When do you bring that up? I kind of want to know.
I mean, evidently it can't. So I don't.
When
know
would you
what
bring it up?
you
Because you
got.
just said if it's
I'm
if
saying
it's a
if
deal
it's something
breaker.
he doing on the low and I don't know, you know what I'm saying? How are you supposed to ever find out that they watching it? You know what I'm saying? It might be something he doing his break time, or you know.
Ladies, okay, so ladies, how many women are out there watching porn? I mean, I know porn isn't just a guys only watching guys industry. So how many out there are watching porn for one? That you have the nerve to be like, I would break. What's this question? Hey Shay, I just had a question. I was wondering if they're cheating. Lady, you don't watch porn?
A lot of people don't.
Wow.
Especially if you're married and you got a man that's there and y'all, you know, partaking in that daily. What do you need the extra for? Like, is she not enough for you?
You be all like, it's 2022. Women can have high numbers and still that be okay. But they don't. But in the 30s, porn is bad. Porn is voodoo. Is taboo.
Who said that?
That's what you're basically saying. You're watching porn is a bad thing.
I ain't never said it was a bad thing. I mean,
maybe if one of his exes is in the maybe.
Okay, that's a whole nother. That's not porn.
I'm saying I'm not talking about him or her being in the tape. I'm talking about
I'm saying I'm just saying if it's somebody you know, it ain't no random.
So if it's somebody random, because women nowadays on this show, women come on my show, everybody, and they be like, "Oh, if it's just somebody I'm just smashing." What real lady comes out and says, "If it's a guy I'm just smashing for the night," what are we talking about? So women talk like that these days. Oh yeah, if I just smashed on this dude one night because he was cute, he was at the club, I ain't had nothing else better to do. This is what women are saying. So y'all got the nerve to say a man it's wrong if a man watches porn when this is not still the days when saying something like that, people will be like, oh,
That's why I said it depends on the person.
Nah. Porn has been around for a good enough amount of time now that to where it's a household thing.
What?
Period.
No.
If you okay, we're gonna make this hypothetical because we ain't gonna call nobody out. If you have had random sex with a random person without getting to know them extensively, then and you've done this and you felt okay with doing it as a person, in a relationship or not, how is somebody that likes to watch random people have sex how is that an issue? You were aroused in person by a random person, so why is it wrong for a person to be aroused by random people that they'll probably more likely never meet? How could that be considered wrong or a bad thing? Anybody want to help me out with? Get in the comment section, man. Let me know.
Thank you. Talking about it's not a household thing. That's why I'm like, what? Wait a minute, what? Where did it even come from?
Look at here.
Is that something that's in the bylaws that I didn't?
If anybody watching this show hasn't ever watched porn, I want you to put a not me in all caps in my comment section.
We didn't say that the person didn't watch it or haven't never saw it. We're saying if you in a say if she's in a relationship, she just put it out there. Is it cheating? But if you in a relationship, isn't that something to talk about? If that's something that somebody's addicted to doing, or to watch it every day. Evidently, she noticed that they was watching it, or she wouldn't even, knew that.
Lady, is he not servicing you? Are you not getting the rowboat? Is that what the issue is? Do you feel insecure for his proclivity to look at pro-ivity? So if the man wants to check out porn, man, I think that might be a way for him to something. But
she said cheating. She ain't saying like, oh, it's a bad thing. She's asking, is that cheating if you're in a relationship?
Well, isn't cheating a bad thing? I mean, let's treat like it's a bad. Cheating's a bad thing, right? For most people, isn't it? So yeah, we're gonna treat like it's a bad thing. Lady, God bless you. Let that man do him.
But if she putting it on him every night, what more else do you need?
Ain't no out there for real putting it on no dude every night.
It is.
Where you at, Cousin Fred?
It is.
Where you at, Cousin Fred?
It is.
Where you at, Cousin Fred?
Because they don't want their man to go nowhere, so they gonna make sure it's drained, and you don't need nothing. I'm just saying, it's people out there. I can't speak for everybody, but I'm just saying. Yeah.
Look, my cousin said it can lead to a dysfunctional relationship. How? Cuz if the man just likes to watch it, how can that lead to something dysfunctional? Let me tell y'all something, man. Everybody has a little bit of messiness about them. That's why this show is taking off. You're all a mess. Oh yeah, you messy. Don't even let me go there.
The nerve. What?
So, young lady, it's not cheating. I was just talking about people like you.
That's not cheating.
People that if you accuse your man of cheating over everything, he gonna cheat. So either he's watching the porn to prepare himself to get aroused for you because that's just what he grew up doing. He probably been watching porn since he was 6.
Okay.
So I'm just being real. I stayed up late and watched HBO After Dark when I was little. That was when you had y'all remember the little black thing with the that one had 32 channels on it? Showing my age. Y'all don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, back in the day, the cable box was a little black device. And it went from 2 to 32. And 2 was HBO and 32 was Cinemax. And 24 was Showtime.
Yeah, you are.
I stay up all night long like this. That's awesome. So
sad.
If you are okay, look, women that walk around and look at men's air got some nerve thinking that cheating is by him watching nakedness on tape.
What?
Women be looking around at a man's what?
Okay,
Exactly.
Like, if it's over,
Is that cheating?
I'm saying
I want to put comment section, ladies.
No.
If you okay,
If it's
nah,
obvious,
fellas,
like, you can see it. Like,
fellas,
I mean,
if
you're
you
supposed to not look.
catch your
Wow.
woman looking at
I like that.
a
You need to
man's
post this one. Oh, this ain't the one.
swipe area,
You shouldn't need porn to perform.
Is
I like that.
that
That should be a slogan.
cheating.
That should be a slogan. You shouldn't need porn to perform. That's a slogan right there. They need to put that on something, a commercial. That Cousin Fred. Put that slogan on there. Why you put yours up there?
Fellas, if you catch your woman checking the man's, you know what I'm saying, does that constitute cheating?
Looking?
That's all
Then
he doing.
everybody be cheating. What you mean?
That's all he doing.
Then everybody will be cheating if looking was a freaking form of
If
cheating.
you have a man right next to you with one, why are you looking at somebody else's?
Why you looking at people do it that you don't even know?
You answer my question.
That don't even make nobody sense.
Y'all see what I'm dealing
That don't
with?
make no
I'm dealing with.
Oh my goodness.
My girlfriend on my show just is admitting that she does this, but that's not cheating.
Okay, first of all, they never came. I never said, "Oh, I be looking." Never said that. I'm just saying, but if somebody
rewind the tape.
If somebody obviously walking around, I'm just saying, you gonna be like, "Oh my god." Like,
Okay, Cousin Fred said he would have a problem with that. So women are acting at a man's. They call it package.
No,
They call it the package.
First of all,
Women check out a man's package.
Doing that and not wearing like under somewhere enough tight underwear.
What does that even
And
mean?
y'all, I'm just saying, if somebody walking around and you can see something moving,
Are y'all looking?
well,
You see what I did?
Oh, I'm gonna
You see
look
what I did
away.
with this? You see
I'm
what I
gonna
did
look
with?
away, but I'm just saying it's obviously there. When a girl with a big butt walk by, I mean, you gonna look, but you ain't gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same.
And she like girls. This is what I'm dealing with.
No, strictly. But I'm just
All I'm saying right now is porn is not cheating. Right? It's just not cheating, young lady. And the fact of the matter is, I was just talking about people like you. If you accuse your man of cheating because he, watches, shows that you think might be, shows women would enjoy, not a man enjoy. Why are you looking at all them females on that Housewives show or whatever? Like, I'm just talking about what's real. Like, ladies, if everything the man does is a cheating offense, or he's suspect of cheating, or you must want to cheat on me, or you must want her, he's gonna go get it. He's gonna go have
So
you. You
is
gonna
that not the same thing? Watching porn and looking at prints.
watching porn isn't the same, ladies, as a guy having an active dating profile.
What?
Listen, watching porn isn't the same.
Wait a minute.
If a guy has an
Wait
active
a
profile
minute.
on a dating site,
Where's
that's
the
different.
shame bag? Put it on. Put it on for
No,
you.
if you gonna
Put
shame,
it on
if you
for
shame
you.
me, you put it on.
No, that what? Did you hear what you just said?
Okay, I'm listening to myself.
That's
talk.
not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
What are you talking about?
Porn and looking at prints. So porn is not equivalent to that. No, they're different. What?
What I'm
do you
saying, what I'm
mean?
saying is, clean out the plank in your eye before you try to clean out the speck in mine. If your eyes gravitate towards somebody's package area, somebody's
That's
private area,
common.
that's not your
I'm
man's.
just saying awareness. If something is out of place on something, say if they got fat hanging or something,
Oh,
your
wow.
eyes gonna gravitate to it. I'm just saying, yo, whoop-de-woo. I'm just saying, moving around, you're gonna be like, oh. But if you look away, I'm just saying. But if you're just staring, then that's a different, you know. But I'm just saying, whatever.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I don't know if I should shame her or just break up with her right here on this show. Like this is, I don't even know what's going on right now.
No,
Are y'all
I'm
listening? Are
saying.
y'all hearing this right now? If
Wow.
so
Wow.
This, okay, but you know what? I'll say this. We definitely are having a good time on the show. Multiple choice Monday. I chose C. She chose A. That's the bottom line. I think that knowledge and gaining knowledge is self and of relationships and how to date and what's happening currently. The best way to attract a woman.
Porn is a sin, and we all fall short. So you saying that's not cheating?
Man, I don't know what y'all
that's
talking
not
about.
cheating? You saying that's not cheating? I'm just saying. You saying that's not cheating?
Porn is food for the soul.
Wow.
Next night, tomorrow night on You're a Mess. On True Love Tuesday, hopefully cousin Fred will come on with his beautiful wife and we'll get their true love story. We're going to continue on talking about pointing the thumb and how that affects our relationships, to the good and to the bad. How it can help us be more successful moving down the line and staying in committed relationships when we're pointing the thumb. Everybody, this is Taibu Muad'Dib. I got clinical with you guys tonight. If you haven't subscribed yet over on YouTube, go by the name Muad'Dib. Make sure you go and make sure you subscribe. I want to see you over there. I want to make sure that you know how to get there. I need subscribers. Bring all your friends and family. Y'all sit out 7:30 Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and at 9:15 on Wednesday for the Wild Out Wednesday joint. You know what it is. We don't play no games. Somebody's until football season is over. Thursday.
We won. Go Cowboys. Go Cowboys. Go Cowboys. What y'all got to say now?
No comment.
Yeah.
So until football, the Mansfield ISD football season is over, I'll be reposting episodes on my page. So go on my page and look. We will.
Uncle Fred, Cousin Fred, really?
We will be. You talked that in Pittsburgh. I was supposed to say that.
But did y'all win?
Who has more Super Bowls?
But did y'all win?
Cousin Fred, who has more Super Bowls?
But did y'all win?
Count them up.
Who y'all
Who has more Super Bowls? The bottom line is winning is for but a moment and fleeting. Championships last forever. All right. So, like, subscribe, post, share. If you have something for Shay, like she said, you
DM,
know,
put it in my DMs.
that's
That's
what
all
that
y'all want to ask, so we can get them out
appreciate
there.
y'all.
People need to know these things.
Yeah, they don't.
Wow, really?
So
And we doing it with a backup quarterback. What y'all got to say about that?
this
What y'all quarterback doing?
This is the after the show.
Why y'all backup quarterback ain't playing?
This is the after the show.
Ain't he better than y'all real quarterback?
This is the
I'm
after
just
the
saying,
show.
okay, all right.
This is the after the show.
Okay.
So how was the show? What do you think? Long term, I think that that's a good conversation.
But I'm saying it's a lot of people that think that way.
I just
made you make all that money.
I just say, men, don't let a woman, bring you down. Let a woman throw you off your square. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. Somebody's gonna appreciate you. Keep watching the show. Go back and watch the first 100, learn how to vet. And now this new 100, get the lie detector test. You're gonna be all right.
No
man.
lie detector test.
Get the lie detector test.
No.
If y'all don't start doing it, I'm gonna bring y'all on my show like, I said let's do more deep. She took everything, my heart, my money, even the dog. She took the ice tray. It's gonna be crazy. No, I think the show is a blast. I'm looking forward to November when we get on the party bus and we doing some live shows. Shout out to Greedy, shout out to Temptations in Arlington, shout out, man, to J Nightclub, the headquarters. Shout out to all the clubs, TNT, downtown Dallas. We're gonna be out there. Shout out to Crew, all the places I bounced at, man. I'm gonna head that way with the Audi show. We're gonna do some live stuff and get on the party bus, man. Get y'all party bus life together. If you want to be a guest on the show, you know what to do.
Come on. Damn. What do you say? Don't do. What do you say? I can't see.
We ain't gonna be cowboy bashing up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? I love her, whether she's a cowboy or not. We're gonna do no cowboy
Michael
bashing.
Irvin.
Y'all seen
He said Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin was snapping today on his little sports show too. I saw, you know what I'm saying? Believe land. All right. So check out tomorrow at 7:30. That is the show.
Bye.